Now, I wanted to talk to you about material tags. Okay, so when you're getting into your 1:10s here, um, we're in the zone of material tags. Okay, so I'm going to go into my call out here. I'll call out 6. Now, this is roughly my detail and not perfect by any means. Not as well as you will have it done, but however, so I'm working this up. You can see now that I've got on the exterior my uh, tongue and groove timber cladding. I put in my detail fixing how that's going to be fixed here. I got some cavity barriers in there. I got my flooring on top of my CLT here. Um, but I've got all of these kind of specified now, right? So what I would like to do is continue is have this note. I'd have a situation where I can use this note for the individual material throughout the rest of my details here. So if I'm using Gutex multi-therm, I'd like to be able to do that. So how do we go about doing that? Well, once you create the note, you're going to take it like so and do a Control C. All right. Now we're going to select the wall. Now go back into my wall section here and select the wall and go into the properties of the wall here. All right. Now there's my Gutex there material that I've used. Okay, so I'm going to hit the drop down box now, and I'm coming where you normally go is into the graphics here. But this is an often not used tab here, and this is where it starts to get interesting. Now, because I imported this in, it's already given me the name and given me a description. It's Rockwall, but I want a more complete description, so I'm going to Control V my description in there. So 160 Gutex material to match that U value and such. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to apply and OK. Now that note is now associated with that material. Okay. And if I go into say the wood laminate, and again I put this one in earlier here. Selected hardware with applied clear finish. And if I wanted to specify the particular, if it's red cedar or sweet chestnut or whatever else that you have decided that is one that you want, you can specify in there, and always tend to put in or similar, unless you specifically want that one. That's the way we would note that up. Okay, now and then here's my breather membrane here. So I'm going to go okay. Okay, I'm going to come back to my call out detail because I've got a note on the breather membrane here. So again, I'm going to go in and I'm going to select that note, Control C. So I researched and I found this note that I want to use, and I will go back now to wall section 6, select my wall, edit type, edit the structure, go into the vapor barrier here, into the identity here, and I will cut and paste my Pro Climate into the description here. All right. Now, so I've got all of that done. How do I um, uh, use the tag then in this case here? So let's go back to this one, right? Because I don't have the notes necessarily the notes on that, right? Now, so there's that detail, and here's this one here. So I'm going to go to my annotate now, and this is what I'm looking at: material tag here. And probably the first thing that you'll find out is that there's no material tags loaded because they don't seem to come with the UK library for some reason. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a material tag. I actually have one made here. So you go into annotations and into tags, and in the standard UK library setup, you won't have a material tag, but I managed to download one from another area and use it here. Um, so here's my AT material tag for 2 mil. and I've loaded that in. Now, so with that done, okay, here I can now start to do that. So here's my glue text, and if I put in a detail line, okay, if I put in a detail line for the glue text, okay, let's pick that note. I'm going to do just get a filled 20-degree in there. Okay, and that's that in there. All right, and again, I like the free end for the notes here. Something like that. Okay. Now, so that's how you can now start to go in and individually start to pick off the various different items here on that. Tom Garvin did a really good video on how you can create, you might have had this from last year, um, taggable lines. All right, and I'm going to find that and I'll post this up on the Yammer as well. Now, so that applies once you've associated that note in the description identity tag. You can use that throughout all of your details here as well, and it'll help speed things up for you too.